Sunil Alagh, chairman of SK Advisors, is representing the voice of corporate India tonight. Also with us is Aryaman Sundaram, one of India's leading lawyers in the Supreme Court, senior advocate, Supreme Court, Aryaman Sundaram. Naresh Gujral of the Shiromani Akali Dal, Prakash Javadekar, national spokesperson of the BJP. And please, ladies and gentlemen, don't think the Congress is going to go unrepresented. We cannot let the Congress go unrepresented tonight, because I am told that in 30 seconds we'll have Sanjay Jha, who's representing the Congress party, joining me on the debate. So, it's just a matter of time before he joins us. Let's get the opening remark from Naresh Gujral. Mr. Gujral, you saw all the comments of the ministers today. Very unfortunate. This is going to impact the confidence of India's top corporates. It is not something that we support. So what they have done, Mr. Gujral, is draw a very Chinese wall between themselves, that is the government, and the CBI. Your comments on that?
Arnav, you would remember that many months ago on your channel, I had given details of how much public money had been squandered away by giving these coal mines for free to cronies of the government.
Yep.
Actually, it was not given free. Bribes were paid, and one shouldn't even use the word bribe. It was ransom money, because businessmen today are blackmailed by party managers, and then after they pay up, slips go to the government and these mines are allocated. That is exactly how things have been transpiring. You would recall, suddenly Mr. Gautam Adani's brother was arrested. A week later, he was released, and since then, nothing has been heard of the case. Honest businessmen like Mr. Tata had to use services of Radia. Why? Because the Congress party managers have ensured that nothing will happen in this country. No businessman can do his business in a regular way unless payoffs are made. So whether you call it bribes or whether you call it ransom, that is for the country and you to judge.
Yeah.
But obviously money passed hands. Only then were these favors shown. But what I am saying is that money has gone to Congress party managers.
Prove it.
Who were then issuing
Prove it tonight. We have the Congress. Prove it. How do you know money was paid to Congress party managers? Prove it. You're going to have to prove it.
Black money cannot be proved. Black money cannot be proved. But
so then
lifestyle shows
that you have a lot of black money.
You tell me.
I can tell you, Mr. Gujral, you have tons of black money. I can't prove it. You have tons of it.
Thank
prove
you very
it.
much. Thank you very much.
So let's not make wild allegations on the panel. This is a serious discussion, not some kind of a political platform to make election speeches.
And you will get your turn. You will get your turn also. Why are you interrupting?
Let him complete. Let him complete.
Sure.
I am saying that if you look at the entire political class today, the way elections have become so expensive, the way a political leader feels that he is a leader only because if he has a private plane at his disposal or a helicopter at his disposal. Where is this dirty money coming from? Who is financing all this? The poor businessman today is bled, and I'm not.
The poor businessman.
This is happening across. This is happening across the board.
No, one sec. We'll go to Aryaman Sundaram. We're seeing smiles there on Sunil Alagh's face. But let's get Aryaman Sundaram, because he was nodding vigorously. The reference to the poor businessman who sucked, unfortunately, in this kind of an unholy mess. Aryaman Sundaram, let's get your take on that before we go to the Congress. Yes.
Arnav, let's come down to basics. One aspect is to look at policy. Policy itself could be good, bad, right, wrong. Hindsight tells us it's faulty, or it is a progressive policy. It could be a popular policy, it can be an unpopular policy. That is one aspect, and for that, it is the governance we choose. The electorate chooses the government, and the government may make good policy or may make ineffective policy. That is one aspect of it. The other aspect is whether there was any corruption in either the making of a given policy or in the implementation of the policy. These are two distinctive things. But underlying all this really is today's complete lack of credibility in the integrity of the public servant. And by the public servant, I talk about everybody, not one.
So for the CBI, the public servant in this case is only the bureaucrat.
It could be anybody, including the bureaucrat, including the policeman. There is a general feeling that there is a general lack of credibility. Therefore, what happens? The moment a policy is found to be disagreeable, unpopular or faulty, we naturally immediately attribute it to a corrupt motive. Now my worry is that while popular belief makes us attribute it to a corrupt motive, I feel we cannot be so quick off the trigger. You have a CBI investigating. The CBI is meant to investigate.
Sir,
but the point is, if the CBI feels a gun on its head,
sir, my question is,
come up with an FIR,
no, 1 second.
And unless they come up with actually charging somebody, and then it becomes
as I
a question of witch hunting in its
you
own
know,
way,
as I said today,
what I'm worried about today.
No, as I said today, in my opening remarks, I said the government is trying to make us all believe that the caged parrot has turned into a carnivorous eagle and is swooping down to attack the bureaucrat and the businessman. Now, I don't know whether that mutation happened, but I'm curious, Sanjay Jha. Before I open up to Prakash Javadekar, I'm just coming to you, sir. I'm very curious, Sanjay Jha, why there is so much hypocrisy in the way the CBI treats politicians from the Congress party and bureaucrats who are actually whistleblowers. You know, you have such total and complete hypocrisy that the CBI protects politicians from the Congress party in the deepest of scams and goes after the honest bureaucrat. Can you tell me why?
Well, let me tell you, Naveen Jindal, who's one of our very well-known MPs, has an FIR against him. The former minister,
what about
Mr.
Pawan Bansal? What about Pawan Bansal?
One minute.
No, what about
Narayan Rao has had an FIR.
No. FIR is not in
Vijay Darda has been questioned. Now, let me tell you.
In this case, Sanjay, let's explain this. Okay. You see, in this case, somebody who has spoken in favor of an auction process and has questioned the way coal blocks were allocated, who even mentioned this right up to the Prime Minister, somebody who is a potential whistleblower, somebody who is a potential witness has been made an accused. And on the other hand, Pawan Kumar Bansal, you do exactly the opposite. You don't investigate Pawan Kumar Bansal, the Central Bureau of Investigation makes him a prosecution witness in the Railgate scam. So he's turned on to the other side. I'm asking you today, please answer me, why is there one set of treatment for Mr. Parekh and one set of treatment for Pawan Bansal? No, please tell me why.
Let me explain to you.
Yeah.
Let us not compare apples and oranges.
No, it's not apples and oranges. Where's the comparison between apples? I thought Railgate is a big scam.
The CBI's, 1 minute. The CBI's FIR talks about a decision which has been apparently taken by the bureau at concern, Mr. Parekh, which he said was an about turn. Now, CBI says we have prima facie evidence to investigate this case further. Nobody's an accused. So you're not right in saying that anybody's been accused.
Taped transcripts leaked on July 19th have this in quote, and I quote, in the context of the Railgate scam, that Mahesh tells Goel, in the morning we had breakfast together, everything was very good, suddenly breaks into joy and he says, you know what, then he, that is Bansal, said, I am doing something. I mean, you don't worry, it will be done, but you will have to do very good work. It will be done in a day or two. And then I just said, sir, do what you want. I just need your blessings. This is a taped conversation in which Bansal's name has been revealed. You tell the viewers of Newshour tonight why Mr. Bansal is being treated like a prosecution witness and Parekh is being turned into an accused.
Well, I'll tell you, it's very simple. Number one, let me answer both your questions. As far as this, and this is why we are meeting today, is on this coal allocations issue. This is under Supreme Court monitoring. This is CBI working independently under Supreme Court observation. Are we here to believe? Are we so cynical of our institutions today?
Of course
that
we are.
Despite the Supreme Court monitoring it,
of course
we are saying that we still suspect.
We are not. I put that question to Prakash Javadekar. Prakash Javadekar, the question being put here is that the CBI is working independently. That's the basic argument being
under
put by
Supreme Court orders.
And he asks, are we cynical? I would say yes, we are cynical of the CBI, not of the Supreme Court. The CBI is capable of anything. Yes, Prakash Javadekar.
The very statement is laughable for many reasons, and actual what has happened in few months. While Supreme Court was monitoring, despite Supreme Court's strict orders that don't show the status report to the political bosses, still CBI was forced to show that, and not only showed and seen, but that was completely changed. And as the news leaked out, ultimately Law Minister has to go, but the PMO Joint Secretary and the Coal Joint Secretary go to the CBI headquarters, not only see the report, but change as per their wish. If that is the freedom of CBI, while Supreme Court is monitoring, it is always a laughable thing. And it's a curious thing. I'll say one more thing. As you rightly put out, that Pawan Bansal has been made a prosecution witness. He is
Exactly.
the decision maker. In CWG, what is the issue? There are 10 IAS officers and one nominated from the PMO as the next to Kalmadi. So there what CBI does, all the IAS officers who sign every document, they are not charged. The final signatory is charged. Okay, correct. Then here, Parak is the intermediary signatory. The final sanction comes from the Prime Minister. Here the intermediary is caught, he is charged, and not the final signatory. What does this mean?
Exactly. What does this particular mean? One sec, before you go in on that, let's get Sunil Alagh also into this. You know, Sunil Alagh, we've gone through a range of issues right at the start of this discussion. 2 points are emerging. The Congress party says CBI is working independently. Don't ask us about it. Secondly, the unexplained question of why the Prime Minister is being protected is a question which also needs to be answered.
I'll answer that.
Thirdly, which is a point that Sunil Alagh said he wanted to make, was that the corporate India is a soft target. Corporate India is a soft target as well as the bureaucrat in this particular case. Sunil Alagh.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, I think in this particular case, and I'm only talking about this one, there are a couple of people who represent India, people like Adi Godrej, Ratan Tata, Kumaramangalam Birla, Anand Mahindra. These are the people that represent India outside, and we are desperately trying to get investments in. You start accusing them. Can I just ask one question? Can they sue the government of India for sullying their image? Let's assume that the CBI has done this. This habit of saying, I've raided somebody's house, I found 1 crore of rupees, the guy explains it, that's reported. Nobody ever reports the fact that there was nothing wrong in the 1 crore of rupees in his house. It was justified. Can Mr. Kumaramangalam Birla tomorrow sue the Prime Minister and the CBI for sullying his image? He can't.
Yes.
I mean, about time everybody realized that when you damage a person's image in America or anywhere else in the world, you have had it. Therefore, you think 500 times before you sully somebody's image.
Mr. Alagh,
and as you
Mr.
know,
Alagh, I'm just going to interrupt you for a minute.
Statement in Bihar and UP.
Mr. Alagh, I'm going to interrupt you for a minute.
Colgate, and Colgate
it's more
is
than
here.
any industrialist
Colgate
of
is
India.
supposed to whiten.
India's
Here
brand,
you blacken
image and
sully.
representation abroad
But
is done by the Prime Minister of
I am
India.
saying one thing.
Let us understand
the Prime
that.
Minister should have spoken up. Here is Mr. Kumaramangalam Birla, who's respected. He says that I went to the Prime Minister. Mr. Parak, who is an honest individual, says I gave it to Neyveli Corporation. Mr. Kumaramangalam Birla went to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister saw the presentation, told Mr. Parak to take a look at it. Nobody is putting any pressure. So here the boss cannot say, I was just signing a document. I've asked you to relook at it. Mr. Parak relooks at it on the basis of them having made a first application. If the Prime Minister came and said everything is transparent, I have done it, the matter would have fallen and we would have had respect outside. Prime Minister remained silent. Therefore, now you are getting into who's corrupt, who's lying, who's not. I would like to say, I don't think Kumaramangalam Birla is lying when he says he went to the Prime Minister. I don't think Mr. Parak is lying, saying that after he took the decision, he had to review it. Because
Why are
somebody
you?
from the
Why are
PMO
you?
or the Prime
No,
Minister?
So are you saying the CBI is lying? Why don't you be very clear?
I don't know how the CBI.
Are you saying that the CBI is lying?
When they follow
Be explicit.
instructions of the government, they
on.
do one thing. When they are told you are independent, either way they do the wrong thing. So we don't know what the CBI is doing.
No,
If
the
they're
question.
independent and the government
No,
says
one
do what
second,
you
one
like,
second,
they
one
go ahead
second,
and do the wrong thing.
No, this is
When
what
they follow
happens.
the government, they do the
No,
wrong
no, this
thing.
is what
They are
happens.
not independent at all.
No, no, one
And
second.
Are they ready to be sued by
no.
industry, by Kumaramangalam
One second, can
Birla
you hear me?
on saying that you have sullied my
Can you
image
hear
for
me,
no
sir?
rhyme or reason?
Well,
That's the question I want to ask today of everyone.
Sunil
around.
Alagh, can you hear
Can
me?
we
I
go
want to
to court
respond
and
to him.
say you did
I
it
want to
wrong?
respond.
One second, one
If they are
second.
right,
First of all,
they are
I want to
paid.
check.
If they are wrong, I really want to know, will they pay damages of thousands of crores on damaging Mr. Birla?
One second, one second. So Sunil
Nobody has
Alagh.
an answer to this. We will just throw it in the air. We will say we have evidence. And here the poor man is saying, I went to the Prime Minister. He is saying it.
Mr. Alagh, can you hear me?
Secretary is saying, yes, I heard it.
Can
from
you
the
hear
Prime
me, sir?
Minister to change it. These are facts.
Mr. Alagh,
I can hear you.
Yeah, one second. Well, you see, you're making a long opening remark. Let's get the counters here. So here, Mr. Sanjay Jha, you're taking this very lightly.
No, I'm not. I'm
sorry, but you're taking it extremely lightly. I am equally astonished that I want to add one thing. What if the people of India say, we want FIRs into the missing coal files, right? The letters that a member of parliament wrote to the Prime Minister recommending companies for the allocation of coal blocks to a certain company, forwarded by the PMO to the coal ministry for appropriate action, are not traceable in the ministry. Tell me, Mr. Jha, tonight, who have you filed an FIR against for that?
Let me answer. Number one, very simple terms.
Yes.
And I need to...
No, one second. Answer my question. No, don't go off track. Who have you filed an FIR for that? Have you filed an FIR for that? Have you filed an FIR?
Let me be very clear. The CBI is monitoring the investigation.
So there is no FIR. So there is no FIR for the missing files.
Anything. Let me again clarify. Arnab, you're not...
Is there an FIR on the missing files?
The CBI is... By the way, the CBI has told the Supreme Court